Yo, what's up my people, Fourth Prince here, and this is part 2 of my reasons why I feel Gears of War Judgment is a better game than Gears of War 3. So yeah, and I hope you can stick around for all this commentary as well, because at the end of this I will be picking my favourite out of the two, Gears of War 3 or Gears of War Judgment, which will mean that that is my favourite game of all time. Whatever comes second will be my second favourite game of all time, just because I don't think there's anything else on the earth that comes that close to them two games. But yo, reasons why I feel Gears of War Judgment is better than Gears of War 3 is movement is one of them. The movement on Gears of War 3 is just absolute. Gears of War Judgment, sorry, is absolutely amazing. I do feel that you're not that sticky like you was on Gears of War 3. When you get into a wall, you can pull off really quickly. I just like it more. Obviously, as well, the pace of the game. I do feel the pace in Gears of War Judgment is maybe slowed down by the fact that the maps are so big. So even though the pace is a lot faster, if you're not near a battle, it does take you a bit longer to get to a battle. Whereas in Gears of War 3, because the maps were a bit smaller, it was always easy and you always knew where the battle was happening. Where in Judgment, sometimes you're left going, I don't know where everything's kicking off, and when you do go to where everything's kicking off, it's too late and everyone's dead anyway. But definitely the movement on Gears of War Judgment is just far better. I know a lot of people say it's newbie on Gears of War Judgment. I don't agree with that at all. Excuse me, walk off. Excuse me. I don't agree with that at all. I was in a party a while ago with a good friend of mine, all bit AE, and someone else asked the same question and said, you know, the Judgment movement's really newbie, and Orbit just said straight away, well, if that's the case, why am I still winning all my games? Why is my movement far superior than everyone else's if it's newbie? And I agree with that. I don't think it's newbie. Just because something's easier or works better, it doesn't mean it's newbie. And that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to that all day long. Another thing as well is the controls. I feel the controls on Gears of War Judgment are just much better than Gears of War 3. We got rid of that clunky D-pad. I know I spoke about this in the past, but we got rid of that clunky D-pad, so you're not, instead of pulling out a shotgun for you, just shotgun duel, you got smoke in your hand or whatever else. That's kind of stopped in Gears of War Judgment. I think the controls in Gears of War Judgment were just inspired. I do like the way the grenade throw works and everything. I just feel the controls in Gears of War Judgment were hands down a ton better. Also as well, the shotgun, now on this one I'm not going to mention that right now. Right, what I'm going to say about is the flank as well. Flanking on Gears of War Judgment just makes the game, I feel, just brilliant. You was always trapped into that certain way when you're on Gears of War 3. There's a certain way you've got to travel the way the map flows. Whereas on Gears of War Judgment, you haven't always got to do that. I know a lot of people didn't like flanking and verticality in Gears of War Judgment, but it's something that I love and adore in Gears of War Judgment. And I love putting that quick flank in by dropping down somewhere and coming behind someone where they weren't expecting you to be and shooting him in the back. I love that in Gears of War Judgment, so that's an awesome thing. Also as well, freefall. Freefall was always brilliant in Gears of War Judgment. I do love freefall. I'm not sure if the loadouts work like it. Obviously you've got your pistol and your Nash, or your pistol and your Lancer, or your pistol and your Markser. I'm not sure if that still works as well, but I think it does work in freefall more than it did in anything else. And I kind of feel that a lot of people in Gears of War 3 were asking for that mercenary playlist, so if you're playing alone, you can play alone. You're not going up against stacked teams, and it's just loads of people playing alone. Whereas in Gears of War Judgment, you haven't got to worry about that because you've got freefall. So I love freefall. Also as well, Overrun. Overrun is just brilliant, absolutely awesome. I still feel I haven't touched the surface of Overrun as much as I should do, and I still feel I have loads and loads of play of Overrun to come. And we'll continue to try and play that playlist as much as possible. But that's another reason why I love Gears of War Judgment over the Gears of War 3 thing. Obviously as well, the thing when I'm talking about this, I can't forget a certain amount of things on Gears of War 3 that are amazing. Obviously as well, a lot of people talk about sponging as well. I feel that Gears of War Judgment and Gears of War 3, there's no difference to sponging. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never had someone sponge on Gears of War 3. I'm not going to say I've never had someone sponge on Gears of War Judgment either. You know, you've got your Bigwig Dizzy, your Savage Cantus, just things like that are just the same, I feel. And also weapons. Another thing is the shown-off shotgun in Gears of War Judgment isn't such a pain in the butt, and the retro isn't such a pain in the butt, or I haven't found it to be so far. So yeah. Also, but there is lots of things with Gears of War 3 just absolutely slammed it on Gears of War Judgment. Gears of War Judgment came with not enough maps. The shotgun is just different and not as good as Gears of War 3. No locusts, no horde. The two-piece at the start, the loadouts that come out, which were them Halo loadouts, which I do think just didn't work, especially in Team Deathmatch, was just an awful idea. So I guess now I do need to just think which is my favourite game of all time, and out of the two definitely, and it's going to be Gears of War 3, certainly because of the community. There was lots more people playing and everyone enjoyed it a bit more, even though everyone moaned about that as well. Let's not get that wrong, but definitely Gears of War 3 is probably my favourite. More maps, more community, more love, and yeah, it would be Gears of War 3, but I feel that maybe I didn't pick Gears of War Judgment to be my favourite game for reasons that aren't to do with Gears of War Judgment. I feel we all hated Gears of War Judgment before the game even come out, and it is what it is. But yo, I hope you like this commentary as well. I will leave a link in the description to the last one, Spawn Trapping. It does go on a bit long, but I hope you like. Much love and peace.